I'm ready.
Okay. Welcome to the Dude Podcast, episode 47. We have a very special guest with us today. Albee Bostrom, aka Bostrom, also known as CEO, future billionaire of Thrifthood, a very successful business that he's been running. We'll get into that later on the pod. We're super excited to have him with us. We really wanted to interview. I'm going to call you Bostrom.
Let's do it.
That's just what I know you as. But we're going to get into it. A lot of people know Thrifthood. I don't know if a lot of people know you and your background. I think I think they're missing out on a lot of good info. So we're excited to dive deep into this. But, dude, how you been? Haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah.
Just got married.
And now newly pregnant. So,
dude, awesome. And you guys are expecting in June?
July.
And don't know if it's a boy or girl yet.
Don't know. I feel it in my guts. On the over, it's a girl.
Oof. A girl. Yeah, I felt like that for my first one as a boy, but I have two girls. So,
okay.
So, hey,
I'll see where my gut takes me.
Dude, girls are where it's at. I have two 100%. Girls.
Dang.
And, dude, they're a blast.
I bet.
You come home, and they're just like, Dad. And you're like, yes, this is awesome. You know?
Yeah.
So, super cuddly. It's the best. Anyways, super excited for you. But let's get into it. So let's just get a little background of you, Bostrom. Like where you grew up, how long, just give us a little background of where you grew up, kind of how you were in high school, things like that, things that you liked growing up, and we'll kind of work our way up to Thrifthood. So we'll let you take it from here, my guy.
Cool. I was born. We'll go all the way back to the beginning. I was born. I was buckle up, fellas. I was born in Thousand Oaks, California, until I was
what?
You didn't know that,
dude? I did not know that. That's crazy.
Born TO Hospital. That was my last area.
Wow.
TO zone. The hospital is in my last area, so crazy. So born in Thousand Oaks, California. I lived there till I was about 12. Moved to Utah, and then since 12, Utah has been home for me, and I still consider it home right now when I talk to people. I don't know. I love Utah. Utah has my heart, I'm 30.
Yeah, when people move to Utah, they don't move out.
No.
Like, that's why Utah is crazy, is because people don't want to leave,
It's a good spot, man. There's really nothing to complain about with Utah. Like, the people are too nice, The food could be better, I would say.
Yeah.
The food is lacking a little bit. So, that's the only.
Okay, so another thing Utah's missing is, man, get the baseball team or something. Like, you got an NBA team. It's time to grow up. You need another big sports team.
I don't see an NFL team happening, but an MLB team, I could see that. Or even a hockey team. Give us an NHL team. We'll take that.
Yeah.
Well, Utah's perfect for hockey. It's cold. Might as well get one there. So.
Exactly. So I'm 30 now. In high school, growing up, I was always kind of the weird kid. Just I didn't really fit in with any crowd, but at the same time, because I didn't fit in any crowd, I fit in with every crowd. I had friends in every group. So people knew me, but I don't know if it's for the right reasons. It wasn't popular. I wasn't good at sports. I wasn't good at instrument or really anything. It's just more, I put myself out there as the kid that we had a time in high school that I think it's called Kool-Aid Tuesdays or something. Every Tuesday, my group of friends would wear a Kool-Aid Man t-shirt. We'd mob the whole school, and we had days where you could only step on certain colored tiles throughout the school, and just made high school kind of fun, a little bit different. So I was just that was just who I was.
So when you were in high school, were you already just dripped out every day? Like, were you always just like into being swagged out, like into the fashion industry? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta keep in mind when I graduated in 2011. So throughout high school, it was like 09, 10, 11. Times back then, drip and like fashion was very different than how like high school kids are these days. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is insane. You know,
Yeah.
like all these high school kids coming to thrift. I'm like, bro, I did not look like this in high school. You know, I was wearing like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I always have been into clothes. And the big thing for me moving from Malaysia to here, we didn't have a lot of money. I grew up with a single mother, single parent home. And so we didn't have a lot of money. So a lot of time was spent like thrifting to find like my clothes. Like I wanted Nike, but we couldn't afford Nike. So I go to a thrift store to find like Nike shirts. And like, I even have, there's one piece in my closet that I have since I moved here, since I was like 13, 14. I found at the thrift store. I still have it to this day. I didn't know what vintage was back then, but I was like, this is dope. I like it, and I still have it. So that's a piece that I'll probably never sell. It's not worth the whole ton, but to me, it's priceless just because it has like, I don't know, some sentiment, you know. So
That's so sweet. Yeah. So because I know you, I know a lot about your mom, but I wanted to give you a second to just kind of talk about your mom. Like, what kind of impact does she have on you, work ethic wise, just like personality wise? What kind of person was she? Because I already know, but I need everyone else to know what kind of person your mom
yeah.
was.
So the reason why we moved to Malaysia, so we're gonna get into like really personal life. The reason why we moved to Malaysia is because my dad had passed away when I was about 3. And so we moved to Malaysia because that's where my mom's family's at to help raise us. And then we're 12, we moved to the US, and my mom got remarried when I was 16, and then he passed away when I was 17. And so we've been through a lot as a family, and my mom has been through a lot, honestly, and she's raised us the best she could, and she killed it. She did great.
Oh yeah,
And her work ethic, that's all the example I have from her is just work, because single mom from a different country moving to the US, not really knowing anything here, didn't know anyone, where we're moving to, and kind of, it's just, yeah, it's crazy. It was crazy to see her work, and just like we didn't see her a whole lot. So to me, my friends are my family because she was always at work because she had to. You know, we couldn't rely on someone else making the money, and so relied on her a lot, and that's who I use it as an example now with like being a husband and future father. It's like that's my work ethic. The person I look for is an example of just like, you know, she just grinds, you know, whatever it took. You know, there's no like no on paper right way to make money.
hustle.
It's just,
dude,
you just get it done. You know? So for me, I've been reselling stuff. So to give context of what Thrifthood is, just so, because I'm like addressing it a lot, just to let like your listeners know what Thrifthood is.
Let's go.
We're a vintage shop based out in Provo, Utah. We started about 4 years ago. We resell 90s streetwear fashion. So everything, this is 90s, just cool stuff from the 90s because it stands out, you know. And so that's what we resell. We have a wholesale supplier in LA. We fly out there once a month. We handpick about 1,000 to 2,000 pieces, and we get it all shipped back to the Provo. We prep it and we put it in store, and we sell it. And so I've just always been reselling stuff, you know. Even when I was in Malaysia, I was 6 years old or whatever, maybe 8. I would get like tracing paper. I would trace out little Pokemon characters, cut them out, and I'd sell them to my friends for like 25 cents a piece. And I would sell them out, and, you know, and it was cool. People bought it. I don't know why they bought it, but they did, you know. And so, ever since I was a kid, man, like I've just always been reselling stuff. And so I feel like Thrifthood came into my life at the perfect time where like, this is my calling in life, you know, like this is what I loved. So
when you were in high school, did you like sell? Were you already in high school? Were you selling clothes, like making your own t-shirt designs and then making them and then distribute them? Like,
I really wanted to, but I never got to that point. I didn't know like where to find those resources at the time. After my mission, the church mission, I started a clothing brand called Common Enemy. It didn't go anywhere, but I really wanted a brand. And so that's like my own thing. Created, it's called Common Enemy. Got a couple shirts left over, but there's like nothing came from it. But that gave me the actual drive and passion to move forward to really do something with clothing, you know?
Now, at this time, are you still by yourself, or when with because I know I follow you on Instagram and stuff like that on Thrifthood. By the way, if you don't follow Thrifthood on Instagram, awesome follow, a lot of cool stuff. I highly recommend it. Every time I'm with Evan, he's always looking at Thrifthood, by the way. Evan's a huge fan.
Evan's always liking things and like saying.
Yeah. No, you guys do. Who does your social? Because whoever does your social is amazing. I don't know who does it, but.
Kind of both questions of Gavin and Evan. So when we first started, it was me and a girl named Sissy. We were just friends, and it just, I fell into her lap. And after a year in, we added her brother on. So there's 3 of us that own the business: me, Sissy, and her brother Aaron. So we're the 3 owners of Thrifthood, and we have 5 employees, not including us. And so with the social, Sissy, she does like mostly all of it, but like I do mostly like the stories. She does like the aesthetic of it. She makes sure it looks like the way it looks, and the content. We have a girl named Savvy. She's on our team. She was fresh out of high school, and she's got that TikTok mind that like, how you need to be running. Cause I was running the TikTok for a good couple months, and man, you could tell it was like an older guy running the TikTok. You could tell.
That's ours. I'm so trashed at TikTok. Yeah. Like,
bro, you guys hire like a high school girl to run it, and your TikTok will just be.
I know.
Will be fine.
Maybe let's do it.
Let's do it.
They kill it with the content.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, so you get out of high school, you get back. You're starting. This falls in your lap. How long was it till you're like, okay, this is like working. Like this is, we can grow this thing. When did that happen?
It was 7 months in. So she at the time was in school full time, and I had a salary job with Vivint. It was a good gig with Vivint, and it's kind of sad to have given that up, but that was a hard decision to make. But it was either chase someone else's dream or chase your own dream, right? And so we collectively, me and Sissy, decided, you know what, like if we're gonna do this, like we got to go all in. So she put school aside, and I quit my salary job with Vivint. And when we started Thrifthood, our brick and mortar store, we had like $21 in our business bank account.
It's awesome.
I was $10,000 in of my own money to like invest it in it. I was like, this is like, knowing just like how she is and how I am, like our personalities, I was like, there's no way we would ever let this fail. So I was like, we can do this. It might be scary with $21 in our bank account, but like, we can do this, and that's what I tell a lot of these kids who come in and talk to us, and they're like, I want to start it. I'm like, just do it, man. Like, stop talking about it and just do it. That's all, like, because we're nothing. I'm not like anything. Like, I didn't come from money. I didn't come from like, I don't have these crazy skill sets. It's just like, just take the risk, and do it. If you fail, then learn from it. But
yeah, awesome. So awesome.
Yeah, I've always been. I mean, I used to live right by the Maverick, like right up the road from you guys. From Thrifthood. Yeah. So I used to live right there, and I remember I don't remember. I don't even remember what like crossroads were, but I feel like when I lived there, that building that you guys are in was something else, right? Like there was like a bunch of like murals and stuff painted everywhere. Was that you guys?
No, the murals are still there. It was a shipping company, and they did they shipped for like a speaker company and a travel company. So it was more this space where they like did like drop shipping. I don't know. They did. I don't know. Really know what they did in there.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I was gonna ask how you guys like found that spot and how you guys picked that.
So these are great questions, by the way. Great questions. I've never had these questions asked before, so these are good questions. I like them. So when we decided so the reason why we also decided to move away from the basement. So we started in my basement. Why we decided to move away from that is because we grew a little bit too quick, too fast, to the point where it's in my basement.
Yeah.
We can't have like people coming over. It's in a community, like an HOA community, and like people are parking in people's driveways, and I'm like, what are you guys doing parking in neighbors' driveways? Like, we're going to get shut down. So we decided to move out. The day we went shopping for a brick and mortar place, I think I had like 7 locations lined up in a day. The place we're at now was the first place we went to. Right when me and Sissy got there, we walked in. We were both silent to each other because we both knew what we were like. This is it. This is perfect. Like, I think we canceled all our other appointments because we're like, we'll be wasting their time. We'll be wasting our time. Like, this is the spot. It's like, we knew it was it, and we didn't have to find anything else. I just found on KSL, honestly, and the landlords are super cool with us, and we've been there for 3.5 years now.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, the shop is amazing too. Like, whoever did the decor of it, I mean, you walk in and you don't even want to leave the store because you just want to hang out in there. Whoever did it just did a heck of a job. So,
thank you.
Yeah, and my favorite part. I love shoes, so my favorite part's the shoe area. Freaking love that. I don't even I've never been in, so I don't know how big it is. Is like the shoe section like just a corner, or is it like its own like room? Or
when we first moved into the spot, the landlord had the building broken up into 4 sections. So as the years went on, no one was in the other spots. We're like, can we just add on? And then I think by 2 years in, we had the whole building. And so the section that Sneakerhood is in it's a good size. It's a good size. Like a master bed,
Dude, a master bedroom full of freaking shoes. That's the best.
This is, yeah.
Nah, dude, I need to get up there. We were up in Utah for Christmas, and we actually drove by with my kids to show them like our old house, and but we didn't. I didn't get a chance to stop in. So my wife was with me. My wife's like, we were like doing a bunch of crap. Time. She's like, yeah, next time for sure. I'll be there.
And even if we're closed, either you guys are in town, just let me know and you can come when we're closed. Not a big deal.
Right. Hey, so we got some sneaker questions for you. What was what is your like all-time GOAT shoe?
Yeah, your grail.
The shoe that is undefeated. Yeah. Just the shoe that's undefeated that you just can't lose in.
That's easy answer. And it might seem to everyone listening the most basic answer, but it's the most factual answer. And if it's anything other than this shoe, you're wrong. It's a Jordan 1 High Chicago. Yes. That's the only answer you can say. When it comes to GOAT shoe, who's the GOAT of basketball? Michael Jordan. When you think of Michael Jordan's shoe, you don't think of any other shoe than the Jordan 1 High Chicago. That's it. So that's the GOAT shoe. Nothing beats that shoe.
Is Michael Jordan the GOAT? Because
okay. All right.
I mean Devin Booker's pretty good. Devin Booker's up there, so
there was that 70 points.
Yeah, Donovan's he's hot. He's playing really well this year. Sorry to interrupt you.
Becomes Michael Jordan. So
okay. Sorry, I have another question.
Yeah.
The shoe in your collection that's just like the holy grail. What is it? The shoe that you put on, you're like, ooh, like I feel good. You know what I mean? There's those days where you put on that swag and you're like, I feel good right now.
Can I show you guys?
Yeah, get it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go on a tour.
Let's go.
Do it.
I was gonna set this up in my shoe, but it's kind of dark in there. Let's go take a little tour. Okay, I'm not gonna show too much. I'm just gonna show my favorites. My favorites. Okay, can I swap? Can this turn around? No, it can't. Yeah, I can. This one right here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is
Get the freak out of here, dude.
if my house lit on fire, this would be the only shoe. This would be the shoe safe.
Oh man.
The 19.
Dude, I need to get one of those cases. Those are sweet.
Oh yeah.
Costco, right?
No, I got these on Amazon.
Oh, gotcha.
1985 Jordan 1 UNC.
Oh,
Man.
gosh, those are beautiful.
This
Dude.
is history right here. This is a beautiful shoe. I actually have a shoe that you guys might appreciate. It's this shoe. You guys know what this is?
Nope.
You guys it?
I'm not a big sneakerhead. Evans is a sneakerhead.
Yeah, but I don't even know what those are.
This is the Jordan that Michael wore. It's the shoe that Michael Jordan wore before the Jordan 1. So this is like the OG. Or this model was created,
Dude.
it was this shoe. So this is a 1984 or 83, I think. So once he retired these, then the Jordan 1 was born. So kind of cool history, this shoe.
Heck yeah.
Oh,
Like
that
$70.
is-
Yeah,
Okay, I got another question for you.
Okay.
So you said you have a wholesaler in California.
Yep.
Bro, he's just like swagged out. He's just got like 80
Yeah, the
pairs of
rug.
shoes. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
yo, chill. Okay, so when you go to this wholesaler in California and you go hand pick everything out, what are you looking for? So when you go to the wholesaler in California and you go inside, what's the first thing you look for? Do you look for shoes first, or are you looking like what's the hot item you guys are always looking for? Is it t-shirts or hoodies? Like,
so the wholesaler we go to is strictly vintage. And so we don't do any shoes with vintage. We only do like clothing items. Our strategy, so his warehouse is the size of a Costco and is all clothes. So we just dig through probably 200,000 plus pieces and we narrow it down to like 1,500 pieces. And it's just like, we're there for 2-3 days and it's a workout there, but it's so fun. It's so much fun. We love it. The strategy is to go for what we think is either the next trend or the next season, right? So come summertime, I'm grabbing Carhartt jackets because no one else is grabbing Carhartt jackets. So I'm going to grab as much as I can. So come wintertime, we have 100 plus to put out, right? So right now I'm grabbing swim shorts. I'm grabbing summer stuff, grabbing spring stuff. So lighter jackets, windbreakers. So come 2 more months, then we can bust them all out. And so you got to kind of be like a season ahead. So that's our strategy, but also what like our friends want. Like if someone wants something in particular, then we'll make sure that like we all are on the same page of like, okay, we need to find, if we see this item, make sure to grab it. If we would have maybe not grabbed it before, like we can grab it for them specifically.
so when me and Bostrom used to live in California together, and we were hanging out one day. We went to I think it was a Salvation Army.
Yeah.
And no joke, Bostrom has like the eye for it. Like he would find the coolest stuff. And I'd come back and I'd be like, where did you find that? And he'd just come back. I remember he found the coolest Buffalo Bills hat, which I still have. It's like vintage, but sleek. It's awesome. Also, if you need Suns gear, Bostrom's your guy. Bostrom's got some freaking just anything NBA. I feel like your NBA stock is like not touchable. Like I feel like you guys, when I go on Thrifthood, all of the basketball like vintage stuff, it's so sweet, dude. Like,
Yeah,
and do you feel like
Go ahead. Sorry, I was just gonna say. Except nobody wants Suns. Nobody wants Suns stuff. It's fine.
Okay, okay, dude, you're wearing a Red Sox hat, so like,
Yeah,
you
dude.
even talk right now?
Boston
Stop.
fan. Get out of
Dude,
here.
yeah, you're from Seattle and you're a Boston fan. Just
I'm not
hold
from
on
Seattle.
for a second,
Not from
right?
Seattle. Relax. I'm from like 3 hours away from there, but it's fine.
We have a lot here.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got way too much.
Sorry. For Thrifthood, what do you feel like you sell the most of? Is it NBA? Is it just like random vintage stuff? Like what is this like? What just goes off the shelf for you guys? Easy.
The thing with vintage is like it's hard to put a category on it because almost everything is one of one. If you want something from our store, you got to come in and get it. Otherwise, if it sells, you'll probably never see it again. So as far as like a single item of like NBA or whatever it is, it's hard to say. Like I wish we had more NBA stuff, but NBA stuff is actually super difficult to find because it's so coveted by all the vintage communities. So they hang on to it, or they price it super high. And even our wholesaler doesn't get a whole lot of it. We get a lot of NFL stuff. So our shop is stocked with NFL, MLB, NHL, some NBA when we can get it. But whenever we get NBA stuff, it flies, especially because all we have is an NBA team. So people are more NBA fans, I would say, in Utah than anything else because of the Jazz. And so it's hard to say, but it again comes with the season, right? Come wintertime, sweatshirts, jackets, we can't even keep a Carhartt jacket in stock. And then come summertime, put the Nike swim shorts out, the vintage swim shorts. Those we'll put out 50 and then we'll sell 50 of them, in a day. And it's crazy. So it depends on the season.
Okay. Now, and I remember seeing you guys post a little sneak peek of Jordan Clarkson. You guys are working with Jordan Clarkson right now?
Yes.
Or how does that work? How does that work? Like, who are you guys working with? Are you guys working with specific people? And how does that work? I don't know how that works. So explain that too.
Right now with Jordan Clarkson, I think it's more of like a friend relationship.
Cool.
Than like
that's cool.
Like a working with, because it's not like we don't sign anything where it's like, hey, if
sponsored or
it's not like anything like that. It's more like, hey, bro, like you come in the shop, like we'll hook you up with cool stuff, and like, I don't know, like I don't know, it's just yeah. And now the one thing that we like to have, we're the only that we take pride in. A couple things we take pride in with JC. The year that he won best dress in the NBA, we probably contributed to maybe like 40% of the fits, and nice. So that's like a top of the resume for us. When that happened, man, like I wish I could show the video of how excited I was, but I'll look like a freaking dweeb. I was screaming and jumping like a little girl, and but I was so psyched out of my mind. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool. And so now we sell his merch at our shop, and we're the only shop in Utah and in the US that sells his merch. And so people, they want some stuff, they got to come to our shop. And so I don't know, we like his family, they like us, and so we have like a good relationship with his manager, his brother, him. So it's cool. We have a good team.
Awesome.
Did you see him square up with Desmond Bain today?
Bro, I didn't have the sound on because I was with my in-laws, but we just both looked. All we see is he's scoring.
I love it.
I'm like, so he's doing it again. He's scoring again. I love it too. Like, I didn't see what led to that altercation. I saw that play, but I'm sure there's like some trash talking before. I heard like Ja was kind of going in a little bit and just a bunch of stuff. I didn't see, but like, I like the passion. Some people are like, he doesn't control his emotions. I'm like, no. I don't know my emotions, when stuff like that happens, so it's like, I prefer players be doing that than like very passive,
Yeah. So so the play that led up to it, so he like swiped at the ball but caught Bain's like head just right across his head. And I mean, you could tell he was going for the ball, but like I don't think Bain like realized that. And then all of his other teammates obviously are backing him up, so they came at him. And Clarkson, I love that he squared up right away. I was like, all right, this guy's ready to go all the time. Yep. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. It's so sick.
Dude, he's a walking bucket. Like that guy just.
Yeah, he is.
That guy can just score, man. He's so good.
I hope whatever people are thinking with his contract extension that we keep him. So
okay, so we are a sports podcast, so let's talk a little sports, okay?
Let's do it.
Obviously, moved here when you were 12, right? 12. You moved to Utah when you were 12.
Yeah.
Jazz fan, right? Big time Jazz fan, I'm assuming.
Not right away.
Okay, who was the team right away? Or
no team.
I told just basketball in general.
No, just nothing really.
Okay.
Like I mean,
no sports.
I was aware of it, because like my friends all played sports. I mean, I played a little bit of sports, but it was more like city league than like with high school. And so like I was always aware of it, but I wasn't like, I never understood like the diehards, of like, oh, you're like a crazy fan, but like here and there, but I wasn't like, oh, this is my team, honestly, it's pretty recent, but like once I decide on something, it's like it for me, like I think probably Jazz fan. I'm embarrassed to say, but like 5 years ago, I wish it was more like longer, but like once I decided they were my team, like it's it, like I love them. That's the team. Yeah. Even though now we're behind the Timberwolves and Lakers, which sucks, but still my team.
Yeah. Jazz future looks good. The jerseys don't.
No, man, those are
jerseys
so bad.
Jazz need to call Thrifthood and get some new jerseys. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want to. It was bad. It's bad. It's bad.
It is Walmart vibes on those things. Like it looks
it's
bad.
Highlighters, man.
I don't even. I don't want to talk crap on them because but they're bad. The mountain jerseys can't get more iconic.
No. Mountain jerseys are. Mountain jerseys are best of the best.
The gap between the two, there's like nothing that bridges that gap. It's just like so sick. Probably the top 3 like retro jerseys in the entire NBA, and then you have just like the worst jerseys in the entire NBA.
Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure.
They're like I was just gonna say they're like the jerseys that you go to like at the YMCA. They just give you like one color or the other one.
Yeah,
and that's all they're wearing. It's bad, but
it's unfortunate.
So give us quickly your top 5 jerseys all time. I want to hear this.
Just bias, got to be Jazz.
Those are so money. Those are so sweet, dude.
2 and 3 are tied. So I have a tied for second place. Raptors, Grizzlies. Raptors, second, and then I gotta go Suns.
There you go. I was waiting for it.
You gotta go Suns.
My son's hands. Yep, those are beautiful.
And then last, it's tough. I might have to go Pistons.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I almost said Rockets, but I'm gonna go Pistons.
Yeah, the Rockets are sweet. Even the Sonics, the old Sonic jerseys are sweet.
Yeah. Oh, those are dope too. The '90s jerseys were just something else, man. Just like it's just when I go to the team stores at the arena, I'm like, I want to buy, but I can't. I just can't get myself to. I'm just like, this is made by. Like, I could make this right now. Like, this very second while talking, I can make that. It's like, there's nothing special about it. It takes no design skills to make that. I could draw that, and it's like, it's very unfortunate, The 90s era was prime when it came to, like, just graphic and, like, design, and it was the best.
Bias, awesome.
But
what about you, Ev? What's your top 5, dude?
I would probably say my number 1 is probably the Grizzlies when they were Vancouver.
Bro, you're taking Grizzlies over the Suns?
Yes, 1,000,000%. I probably go Grizzlies, Raptors. I probably go Jazz. Jazz above the Suns for me. And then I like the Orlando Magic, the blue ones. I like those ones. Those are pretty sick. So
Yeah, those are
But
awesome.
like the Celtics have absolutely no throwback. Basically, it's basically the same thing every single year. So I can't really say that. I mean, I like their city edition jerseys this year. A little different. I like them. I guess what's your take on the city edition? Do you like them, or like sometimes I see them and I'm like, that doesn't scream your city at all to me. So I don't know what your take is on that.
My take or Gabby?
Yeah. Both of you guys.
I'm same page as you. If they can execute where it's like, oh, this is like why they have it as a city edition jersey. Like the 2 years ago when the Jazz had like the arches, like the gradient,
the Red Rock, yeah.
At first, I wasn't a huge fan, but I was like, but that makes sense because it's the Red Rock, you know. And then we had the dark mode, which is just a sunset version of that. I'm like, that is so sick, and the court looks so dope, you know.
Yeah,
sense to me. But like when they start like just getting away from that, like the Golden State, is there the city edition is the one with the rose, right?
It's so ugly, so ugly,
so dumb.
Well, you can't even see it when it's tucked in, anyways.
Yeah. It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing. That's something that I learned with you guys know we made a shirt with the Jazz. It was the All-Star Weekend announcement tee.
Yeah.
I've learned, I don't know if I'm allowed or not, but it's so difficult to get something approved that's creative because you have to go through the NBA, the organization, and then you have to go through the NBA to get it approved. And it gets so like diluted down that like the creativity you just can't have it anymore, you know? Have one, I'm assuming if you have one for one team, then it's like, okay, they have to prove all the other teams to have something like that. And they probably don't want to do something where it's like, just keep it simple, easy to manage, you know, and it's difficult to make any like changes when it comes to, it's not like the Jazz can just say, hey, let's just change our whole like look of everything, you know. It's got to be so many approvals. And like, I knew there were a lot of hoops to jump through, but I didn't realize like how difficult it was until we made a shirt. It was a dope experience, but it's tough to do anything. So
yeah, dude. I heard something somewhere that the reason why, this is all probably not true, but I remember when they came out with the Jazz jerseys, the bad ones, they were saying that they made them so bad so that they could like show that they need to have some creativity with their next set of jerseys so that they could like go outside the box a little bit. And I don't know if that's true, but hopefully it is true.
Yeah. Hopefully. That's, I mean, yeah, I would love to help Jazz.
Yeah. That would be sick.
Hey, okay. So to wrap it up, we'll let you go. Dude, Bostrom, thanks so much for hopping on with us. You've got such an amazing platform with your Thrifthood business, man. We appreciate you, dude. It's like means a lot to us. We're trying to grow this podcast, and we felt like hearing your story would be beneficial. I think everyone wants to hear it. Nobody knows it. And I think it'll be really cool to share this with our listeners, and hopefully you can post it on your guys' Instagram and help us grow. You know what I mean? But dude, I hope you know it's all love here. We appreciate you. What you're doing is amazing. It's inspiring. It's like it's everyone's dream, you know? Like,
absolutely.
Who doesn't want to sell swag? Who doesn't want to freaking sell that drip for their livelihood? You know, it's pretty amazing. So,
yeah.
Okay. Last thing before we go, who is taking the NBA title this year? Who are you calling? Who's that team that you're looking at?
Without being, you know, like a fan.
No, you can.
I mean, hey, pick
if you want to throw.
Here's the crazy thing: is beginning of the season, Jazz were number one.
Yeah,
number one. So there's a hope in there. We can figure it out. We can figure it out, and we will figure it out. We had the past. Do you guys see the record or that stat? The 5-game losing streak that we had. We lost every game by like 4 points, around less than 4 points or 5 points, something like that. So every game we could have won. Do you guys watch the Jazz games? Or
Yes,
yeah, every once in a while I do.
I have the NBA League Pass, and so I get to watch them every once in a while.
every
Lauri
game,
Markkanen is a baller.
Oof, baller.
he's gonna take us he's gonna take us far. But every game that I've watched that we've lost, every game, it comes down to like a single possession. It's not like we get blown out. I don't think we've been blown out maybe just one time against the Warriors at home. But other than that, every game we've lost within single digits, within like 5 points. So it's like we're not that far off, you know. New coach, new team, just minor adjustments. You know, coach still trying to figure out the rotations and whatnot. So really, like I think we can make it still pretty far. But who knows what Danny Ainge and everyone has planned for us if we are on the, you know, if that's the path we're going down, then it doesn't, you know, who knows?
Yeah,
but right pieces for it.
Rudy Gobert gets traded. You get a massive haul. I think everyone was. You always get a little worried when you have a guy like that you're getting rid of, but at the same time, you get a massive haul. You're thinking, okay, we're tanking, and then you trade away Donovan Mitchell, which is always,
That's probably rough.
You're like the rough, right? But hindsight 2020, right now, like the offense of the Jazz is so much better because I feel like last year it was if no one could get a bucket, it was like just give it to Donovan, and that was the offense. You know, I feel like it's so much more balanced, so much more spread out right now, and I think that's why the Jazz are so much fun to watch. You're not watching one guy, you're watching team basketball.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think biased wise, Jazz always. But if it wasn't them, I think it's going to be Golden State and Celtics again.
Oof, yeah.
I really think so. Like, when it comes down to it, when it comes down to the wire, the Warriors are the Warriors. I don't care how old Steph is. Steph is Steph. You know,
He's
going to be able to shoot from wherever he wants, and he doesn't look bad. If it wasn't for his injury, they'd be. I mean, the road games kind of suck, but like they are. It's the Warriors. They were what? Weren't they playing last year, or they were like bottom, right?
No, Warriors were. I think they were third. I think it was.
Yeah,
Suns,
they ended up coming
Grizzlies,
back.
Warriors.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it'll be Suns and Celtics. Honestly, I don't see anyone.
Not Suns. Not Suns.
The Suns.
Warriors.
Really?
Warriors.
The Suns? Okay.
No, okay. Forget the Suns. The Suns and Warriors and Celtics.
Yeah,
love it.
I love it. I love the take.
I'm
cheering for you. I think me and Em will both cheer for you.
Absolutely.
But again, it was.
Sorry, I got one question. I got one question before we get out of here. BYU or Utah?
That one, I'm gonna just sit back and watch. I'm gonna let everyone rivalry do their thing, and I'm unbiased either way. I don't really care. I will say, I shouldn't say it because if we're gonna post it on Thrifthood, I shouldn't say it.
We could edit this out if you want.
Yeah.
BYU fans are way more annoying.
Utah or BYU fans?
BYU fans.
Yes.
A lot more annoying.
I agree. I'm a Utah fan.
Watch what you say, man. Watch what you say, man.
But yeah, both teams. I personally though, when it comes to like decision, I'll root for any team. Like if BYU and Utah are playing against each other, I'm gonna root for the underdog, which usually is BYU. But if Utah's playing like Oregon or whoever, like I'm gonna cheer for Utah. Like I just want a Utah team to come out on top at the end of the day. Yeah. Like the Rose Bowl, Utah. You know, I'm not gonna cheer against Utah just because, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or just fan base wise, I got one team. That's it. The Jazz.
Love it.
So I got something for you guys. You can edit this out if you want. I don't know if I'm supposed to share it. Or if you guys want to end it and then we can talk after this.
Okay. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Real quick, to end, Bostrom, thanks for coming on. We have a swag bag for you. We'll be sending you a Dude Podcast t-shirt. We'll probably send you a couple more you can hand out for us, if you know what I mean. And then we do like card breaks too. So it's when you send you some basketball cards, some stuff you can use as decor or whatever you want, man. Just have a good time. We just appreciate you coming on. I want to send you a little gift bag for coming on here. So all love.
We need to get the next podcast, whenever you guys want to get like Thrifthood back on, you need to interview some of the team members. They are all in it with all sports.
Love it.
More focused, we're very one-dimensional when it comes to sports, but they're just like you guys. They know ins and outs of it. They can tell you who played the 92 Super Bowl, what happened during the time, and they got all the knowledge. You guys can chat for hours. That might be like a whole movie instead of a podcast,
Maybe we can come up there and do it in person.
That'd be sick. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
They would love it.
Dude, DM us your address or wherever you want us to send the stuff, and we'll send it over to you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, dude, peace.
Appreciate it.
Till next time, everybody. Appreciate you.
Later.
Thank you.